Today I'm gonna be doing my video on wholeness. Um, it doesn't matter what you're going through. It might feel like a part of you is gone or somebody has passed, and you feel like that person was so close to you, but now that person is gone, that you have lost a part of you. But in all of this, you have to keep yourself whole. You know, um, because I went through some things, and at first I didn't feel whole, but as I was going through it with the healing process, um everything got better with me, and it just the idea of couldn't have any more kids, but still I didn't let that bother me. um but I knew, I felt like a part of me was not there because I couldn't do the things that I wanted to do. But like I said, over time, it healed me. I had to go and be around that environment. It was hard, but I had to do it because that was part of therapy for me as far as dealing with that issue at the time. So a lot of people didn't understand what I was doing, but I was doing it for therapy. I wasn't doing it to prove no point or hurt nobody's feeling, but I was just doing that for my therapy to help me what I was going through. But like I say, it took time for me to get back to that wholeness point. But you have to stay strong, and you have to keep your mind in a positive state. You can't give up. You can't let your doubts come in. You can't go into the depression stage. I did that too. You can't do that. You got to face that problem. You got to go around that problem. You got to get inside that environment, and you have to stay in that environment until you feel that whatever piece that you felt was missing from your life because of whatever situation. But in order to conquer, you have to stay there in that environment, and you will know when you are healed from that situation, whatever it is, what might be causing you to think this way or whatever. But you have to be there, and your mind have to be there, your soul have to be there, your heart have to be there, because this is something you're gonna have to go through as a grieving process. A lot of people say, well, you grieve cause of funerals or whatever, but people grieve in different ways. People grieve on different terms. People grieve. Sometimes people grieve over stuff for years and years and years. But you have to learn to come to realization and say, okay, this is it. This has actually happened. So now what I have to do is I have to deal with this within me. I have to deal with this environment. I have to get myself straight so I can have myself whole again. If it's somebody else coming in there filling that void, or however you want to feel it, but that's totally up to you. But you have to make sure that you have to make sure that you surround yourself with that environment, because if you don't, you're gonna have the grieving process. But like I said, people grieve differently on different terms. But things happen, and you just have to deal with it like I did. And sometimes you want to get mad at God, and you want to ask God why this and why that. It's not that God punishing you. Things happen in life. People are born to die. So there's no confusion as to why this person had to die, why this had to happen, why that had to happen. Everything that happened in your life, God is doing that for a reason. Like he said, he wants you to live until he come back. that's what he do. He'll preserve you. He'll bless people with, hands and minds and brains to come up with this artificial stuff like that to help, his people be fruitful or help them live a little longer. But God is just great. God is great. God is awesome. But you have to trust him. You have to trust him because what he put you through, he gonna bring you through. He's not gonna put you there and just leave you there. He gonna be there, but he just gonna see what you gonna do with the situation. So basically, he just like a parent. When children learn to walk, what do parents do? They take them, put them around tables, put them in walkers, let them crawl, and pull up on couches and tables and chairs and stuff. So they'll be able to have stability and leg strength to be able to withstand the long standing of, on their feet and legs. Because until a certain age, they still have weak limbs and stuff because their bones are still soft. They're not as hard as adults. So that's why it takes longer for them to, their body to get adjusted to whatever phase they finna get ready to go in of their childhood. So that's the way God is. He'll put us in a situation, and he'll just sit there. He'll watch over us, and he'll just see just how we gonna go about figuring out the situation, or what solutions we come up with as his people and his children. But if he see that we can't stand on our own, that's when he step in, and that's when he start sending people to help you. People, your help come by people you don't even know. You ain't never seen in your life. You don't know where they come from. Because people have approached me. I don't know where they come from. I don't know who they are. But I don't mistreat them. I talk to them. They're just like they talk to me nice. I talk to them nice. But that's just me. I meet people. I talk to people. I know people. And you get so bound down in relationships, marriages, and you isolate yourself from people, and you can't communicate with people like that. Just because you with somebody, you don't have to not talk to nobody, not be with nobody, not speak to nobody. I don't care what that other person wants. I done been there. I don't want you talking to this person. I don't want you talking to that person. Okay, with me being, young as I am, I'm thinking that, okay, this must be for a reason. But all the time was, okay, I don't want you to know what I'm doing. I don't want you to know who I'm at. I don't want you to know who I'm talking to or being around. But it don't matter now because I've done that process. I'm in another stage in my life now. So I don't have to worry about that. That's in the past. Right now, I'm more concerned about my future, and if I'm not whole, then that means that my future is gonna be missing a piece. And if you take anything out of a whole, it's not gonna be whole anymore. It's gonna be part, half, or something like that. It's not gonna be whole. So in order for me to be whole, I had to conquer that situation. And once I conquered that situation, I'm through with it. I don't have to recap that no more. I don't have to live them ways no more. I don't have to do nothing. Because that's my past. So now that I'm moving on with my future, now I see myself clear. Where, at first it was just like obstacles in the way. Everywhere I go, obstacle. But after I started, hey, I got to face this. I got to get through this, all this ripping and running and moving and all that. That wasn't solving it. I had to stay stable and I had to solve the issue. And now that I done solved the issue, I'm telling you, my life is much better. People may view me as however they want to view me or whatever people have told them about me, but that's not me. I always was told, if somebody say something about you, let it be a lie. Don't let it be the truth. Don't let it be the truth what somebody say about you. Let it be a lie. And that's what people been doing throughout the year, lying on me. You know, putting my name out in the street, talking about I'm going with this and that man and doing this and doing that. And half of the people half of them men they talk about, I don't even know. I don't even know what they're doing, or what they're doing for, who they with. I don't know. Because I went around them. I wasn't talking to them. But that just show how people are in this world. They just see things and just perceive it the way they want to perceive it. They don't want to see the right thing or whatever. But I ain't got to worry about that no more. So, you know, and like I said, now that I'm back home, I'm good. Whatever situation happened in my past or whatever, I'm good. That's why today I'm gonna do this video on wholeness. It's particularly it has some more books and chapter to it, but I think I'm more focused on Job. Because Job was a righteous man. And what Satan put him through, he shouldn't have been through that. But because Satan want to prove a point to God that he can outdo him, he mistreated this man for nothing. He put bars on this man. He took everything this man had. All because he wanted him to do what he wanted to do. He didn't like it because he was doing right. He didn't like it because he didn't want for nothing. He didn't have to beg for nothing. He was blessed enough to have everything abundantly. But that just showed how Satan do. And he still do that today on this earth right today. If you don't do what he do, he punish you. When he punish you, he have bad stuff happen to you. A lot of people say it's bad luck, but no, that's Satan. And you don't do what he wants you to do, he punishes you, and he have bad things that happen to you. So he can laugh and say, didn't I tell you to do this and do that? That's why I talk a lot about Satan, because he's real. And people don't believe it. Because Satan has a heaven just like God do. That's why God said there's good and there's evil. And see, once God kicked Satan out of heaven and the third of his angels, Satan was in the atmosphere below the sea of glass, and he couldn't get back up in heaven because it was fire there in front of the throne, so he couldn't get back up there to God. So then he decided to make his own heaven, and then the third of the angels that God kicked out of heaven, he took them with him, and he took that third of the angels that came with him, and then he just multiplied them. He started with them. He sent them down to earth to get other people's souls. And then as he began to gain souls, then that's when he had just as much as God. He is competing with God. And that's why you have people now, they want to compete. They want to be more than this person. They want to have more than that person. Everybody got the same to me. I ain't seen nothing no different. But I don't know. Everybody got their own opinion as to what they think and how they think about it. But I'm gonna read Job chapter 5 verse 18, and it says, "For he maketh sore and bindeth up, he wounded and his hands made whole." Now here this man is, ain't did nothing. Got sores on his body. He all bound up. But Job didn't give up. He said, no, he ain't gonna cuss God and die. He said, no. He told say, no, I don't worship you. You can't make me do nothing I don't want to do because it ain't right. This is what God told me to do, so this is what I'm gonna do. You know, you like he told him, you can do anything you want to do to me, but I'm not gonna cuss God to his face. And it said he wounded and his hands made whole. After Satan did all he can do, Job was still made whole. Everything that Satan took away, God gave it back to him. And when he gave it back to him, he gave it back to him abundantly. That's why I say, you got to be obedient. Whatever you do, you have to be obedient. You have to do what God say do. Because if you don't, God gonna be mad. Because he simply tells you as to what to do. And it's up to you if you want to do right or you want to do wrong. He's not going to hold your hand, don't do this and don't do that, because he's been telling you throughout this whole Bible. Throughout this whole Bible. And he said, do not try to recreate or re-say what he said. He said just what he said. And he meant what he said. Because he said what he said gonna come to pass. It shall happen. Many people ain't gonna like it. Many people ain't gonna like what they read. But it's tried and true. Whatever he say, it's gonna happen. So if you think otherwise, then you are in Satan's kingdom. I say it again. Satan got a kingdom. That's the devil. And God got a kingdom. Satan, heaven got fire, brimstone, burn, never go out. God got everlasting life. You pick and choose your battles. Everybody got to choose which one they want to worship. And like God said, when he come back, it's only a few gonna be chosen. Because every man done came short of the glory. So ain't no use of nobody saying that they perfect, they great, they more than this and that. No, everybody the same. Everybody the same. Everybody, ain't nobody different. But people think so. But they're not. Okay, I'm gonna read this out of Matthew 9:20 and 21. Okay, and it said, and behold, a woman which was diseased with an issue of blood for 12 years, came behind him and touched the hem of his garment. For she said within herself, if I may touch his garment, I shall be whole. Now here this woman is. She has this issue of blood for 12 years. She had no hope of being healed. but she heard about Jesus' whereabouts. And even though it was a lot of people there, she said, if I can only touch the hem of his garment, that I will be made healed. And throughout all them people, she made her way to touch his garment. And when she touched his garment, that's when he said, basically, who touched my garment? And she said, I did. And, you know, she explained her problem. They talked or whatever, but then God turned around and healed her. That made her a believer. That, hey, yeah, God is real. He's living through Jesus. Yes. But, you know, sometimes you just got to, a person always got to see something to believe it. But if you don't have faith, then you know you don't have belief in God. You don't believe that it's gonna happen because it don't happen right then, but eventually it'll happen. And see, with this right here is this woman had this issue of blood for 12 years, so she felt like a part of her has left. You know, it could have been some of her insides that was messed up throughout this issue of blood for 12 years or whatever. But she felt like a part of her was missing. That's why she said if she can touch the hem of his garment, that she would be made whole. And after she touched his garment, she was made whole. And she was satisfied with that. But you have unbelievers these days. And when you have unbelievers, you can't make them believe nothing because they believe what they want to believe. They don't believe what other people know. They want to believe what they want to believe. So that's why people got to read and show approval for themselves. So can't nobody say this didn't happen, that didn't happen, or whatever. Read for yourself. Understand for yourself. You know, you don't have to always, you know, get somebody, you know, bad reputation and talking about them and they don't know what they're talking about and this and that, this and that, this and that. No, you don't have to do that. If a person is wrong, God's going to deal with that. You don't have to sit up there and argue with nobody about nothing. That's petty. That's very petty. Reason why I know I used to do the same, it's petty. It's petty. That's why I say a lot of things I got to let go. I got to let go. Because if I want my blessing, what God got to give me, then I can't be involved in all this other mess that's going on. I cannot do it. Okay. Now I'm going to read Mark chapter 5, verse 34. And it say, and he said unto her, daughter, thy faith has made thee whole. Go in peace and be whole of thy plague. Okay, now he's you know, talking to this woman and, you know, she telling him about her, you know, him about things that's going on with and stuff. And he's telling her that basically have faith. Have faith. And you'll be made whole. That means know that it's there. Know that it's going to happen. Don't worry about when and where it's going to happen and all that. That's not important. Just know it. Just believe it's going to happen. Know it's going to happen. Have a positive attitude about it. You know, instead of saying, oh, well, yeah. Some things you get frustrated with and you say that, but now you can't do that. You got to say, okay, then, hey, okay, this didn't work out. Okay, I got to go over here and try something else. That's all you got to do. You ain't got to get frustrated. You ain't got to stop believing in God. You ain't got to question God. You just got to keep on going. And when God wants you, when you at the place where God wants you to be at, then you going to know it. You going to know it. Because he going to show you blessings. He going to show you everything that he wants you to have at that time. But you got to have faith that it's going to happen. And then he tells to go in peace. Don't get frustrated. Don't go ask nobody why this, why that. You just keep going till God says stop. When God says stop, then you stop. And you won't know it. Because you're gonna be able to see. That's why he said you got eyes to see and ears to hear. And God answers is there all the time. But you have people that don't pay attention to it. Because they want to do what they want to do. They want it right then. They don't want to wait. They want to just, okay, I'm just going to get impatient. You got to have patience. You got to wait on God. You have to wait on God. Because he's not going to, you pray, he just him. No. He just going to see how you going to go about the situation. If you going to do what you doing about the situation, he ain't going to fool with it. He ain't going to fool with it. Because he know that once you pray to him about something, he knows Satan going to try to intervene and try to prevent you from getting what you already done prayed to him for. But if you get in Satan's environment, then you going to become of him. And you going to do the things that he do. You going to say the things that he say. But you have to stay prayed up at all times and have faith. Because if you don't, you're going to be messed up. Because you got to know the difference when God talking to you and when Satan talking to you. Because Satan invites sound just like God's invites. But you got to have that connection with God and that Holy Spirit to, hey, this ain't right. Don't fool with this. I don't care what it is. It can be your marriage. It can be your spouse. It can be your children. It can be anything that ain't right. If you got the Holy Spirit in you, when things ain't right, that Holy Spirit going to wake up. And it's going to begin to talk to you and speak to you and tell you, don't fool with that. Don't fool with that. Because I'm going to tell you, last week, 2 weeks ago, I had a girl come to my house. She came back to my house twice. Twice. Now, the first time I heard that knock, I was back in my room. And I was going to go open that door. And the Lord said, because I had walked out my room, got in the hall. The Lord said, don't open that door. The Lord said, do not open that door. I said, okay, Lord. I said, you done told me twice. Okay, I'm come back up here. So I didn't open the door. So I walked in the front room and looked out the window as she was walking away. She was mad. She had her mouth stuck out because I didn't open my door. Okay. I came on back up in my room. She came back to the door a second time beating. I walked up in there again. I walked up in the front room. Because I said when I was coming out this room, I said, I'm tired of this. I said, this lady beating on my door like she is going to make me open my door. And I got in the front room and I got by that recliner chair and God said, don't open that door. Don't open that door. So I didn't open the door. So I said, I'm just gonna stand here and look out this window at her. She got mad again and left. As she was walking, towards her vehicle, she was looking back. But one thing about it, I done learned to obey the Holy Spirit. I done learned to listen at God. Because when you don't have those two in your life, you're going to go through stuff and you're going to do stuff. And that next day, I was talking to God. I said, God, why you didn't let me open the door for her? God said, you know what? He said, that message wasn't for you. But he said, I'm going to tell you something about that lady. He said that lady worshiped voodoo, or somebody in her family worshiped voodoo. And she said she came to that door. She didn't come for no good intentions. He said she came for a reason. But he said, that's why I protected you from and told you not to open that door. I don't know what it was out there, but God and the Holy Spirit connected with it. And she wasn't even in his house. So that's why my connection is so strong with God, because he's been there throughout the years. When everybody else was gone, doing their thing, I stayed with God. Yeah, I broke away from him, but hey, one thing about it, God always have kept his hands on me no matter where I have been, what I have done. It took him all these years to get me back to what he wanted me to be at. Because I was a sheep of his. And what do shepherds do? They guide their whatever it is, cow, sheep, goose, geese, whatever. And God is just that way. He's our shepherd, and we're his whatever. He's guiding us. But we have to be able to hear God. You can't have all this garbage in your head, in your mind, in your house, in your life, if you want to hear from God. You have to be able to recognize certain things, hear certain things. And see, people don't realize that. When you whole, you gonna know it. When you whole, you gonna know it. That piece that's missing, it's gonna fit right back in just like it was before. Just like it was before, like it never left, like it was never missing. And that's basically how I am. I'm very whole. I am very whole. I really am. I can't be worried about all this other stuff, because, you know, it's just all Satanistic stuff. And then people think they're right. And then when you speak on it, they want to get an attitude like you don't know what you're talking about and stuff like that. But people know what they're talking about. Satan ain't smart, but he think he is. Satan think he's smart. And you have people in this world just like that, think they smart. Think they better than anybody else. But they want to sit around and talk about people that's doing something right and trying to live their life right and stay out of all this stuff that don't make sense. Fool me once, you don't fool me twice. No, it don't make sense. It don't make sense. Okay, now I'm going to read Acts chapter 9, verse 33 through 34. And it say, and there he found a certain man named Ananias, which had kept his bed 8 years and was sick of the palsy. And Peter said unto him, Ananias, Jesus Christ maketh thee whole. Arise and make thy bed. And he rose immediately. Now here this man is have palsy. And anybody know that anybody with palsy, they don't have no control of their bodies. Not none. They can't walk or nothing. And now this man been in his bed for 8 years. 8 years. You know he probably got bed sores and everything else. But one thing about it, Peter came along and he reassured him that he was healed because Jesus Christ said so. And this man obeyed Peter, and he got up and make his bed and then rose immediately. And when he obeyed Peter, he was made whole. Where he had a piece missing, this man can walk, this man can talk, this man can use his arms, his legs. He can do all that, you know, and this man didn't believe this before. But because he had faith in God that through Peter that it can be done, then it was done. So that's why, you know, faith is a strong word, just like love is a strong word. Well, I say love is a strong word. Faith is a strong word. You have to have faith. If you don't have faith that something gonna happen, then it's not gonna happen. But if you like, okay, I believe this gonna happen, I know this gonna happen, you gotta think positive. You can't think negative. You can't say, well, I'll just forget about it then and just go over here and just worry about it. No. You have faith, you give it to God and let God handle it. When God handle it, then, you know, everything gonna be back like it was. Back like it was. You know, but, you know, it's very important to be whole. It's very important to be whole. Because anybody know that when something is missing, there's a space there. There's a space there. And when you have a space there, you know, it's just space. But if you put something there and it fits perfect, then it's whole. You know, but a lot of people don't think that way. If you want to be made whole, you got to stay focused on the Lord. You can't worry about what these people doing, what your neighbor doing, what your husband doing, what your wife doing, what your children doing. You got to be what God wants you to be, and you got to be righteous. You got to be at least to the point where you trying to get to the point where you know you need to be. That's not, you know, mistreating nobody or stuff like that, because it's many ways you can make somebody not whole. You can say something wrong to them. You can it's just little small simple things. I tell people, it's little small simple things. Small simple things that people don't think make people feel not whole. And the things that make people feel whole is love, meekness, humbleness, being nice, kindness, you know, treating people right. But, you know, a lot of people try to take, you know, your kindness for your weakness. But when they do that, that's when you got to give everything to God. You got to give everything to God, because you can't fight these battles by yourself. You're going to need the help of the Lord. You're going to need the help of the Holy Spirit. Because I'm going to tell you something. When Satan comes, Satan's strong. He's strong. Whatever he wants to happen, he going to try to make it happen, and he going to keep on until he make it happen. I don't care what it is. But if you ain't prayed up and you ain't filled with the Holy Spirit, then Satan going to take you over. Because he after your soul. He is after your soul. So if he can't get your soul, then he gonna move on. Because if he can't get your soul, he don't have no control over you. He He don't have no control over you. He don't. And when he don't have control over you, he gonna leave and come back, leave and come back, leave and come back, leave and come back. And he gonna keep coming back until he think he can get you or somebody that's next to you sold. And that's basically how he works. He don't want you. He don't want your body. He don't want your eyes, your ears, your nose, your mouth, your legs, your arm. He wants your soul. Because if he got your soul, he got you. He can control you. And Satan, I don't fool with Satan. I sure don't. I don't fool with Satan at all. Satan, I can't deal with him. I can't do it. Because Satan's something else. Satan's strong. Okay, now I'm going to read Psalms 23, verse 1. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Now, I just got through talking about the shepherd a while ago. The shepherd is somebody that keep their flock, their animals. God, with God, we're his people. We're the images of his people. We're his people that he created. So he try to keep us gathered together as much as possible because he don't want us to stray. Even though he will allow us to stray, he don't want us to stray. He want us to stay together. But you gonna have some of them gonna wander off. And when you wander off, he don't come find you right off because he got to see where you going and what you doing. He don't, when you get up and wander off, he don't know what you could be going to do good, you could be going to do bad. If you going to do good, that's fine. But when you go do bad, he look away because you know better. You know right from wrong. You got common sense. That's why he gave you ears, nose, mouth, and hands and feet. And that's why he gave that to you. Common sense. Common sense. Everybody got common sense. Everybody was born with common sense. So can't nobody say they don't understand what's going on or what God wants or how he want it done. Everybody understands. So there's no use for nobody trying to play like they don't know. It don't make sense. But you got people still trying to play games. Still trying to play games. You better grow up. Because the Lord ain't playing. The Lord ain't playing. And then if he come back today, then he start getting people. Why he have to get this person? Why he have to get that person? Okay, because you didn't do what you was supposed to do. You sitting there worrying about somebody else when you should have been making sure yourself was right. So, okay, he giving you enough time on this earth to get it right. Like I said, God gave me a second chance for a reason. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if I died in the wreck. I don't know what happened in the wreck. All I know is I feel different. I ain't gonna sit up here and say, well, I died and went to heaven and I seen God and I went to hell and seen the devil and no, I ain't gonna say that. But I do know that my mind has changed. Everything has changed about me. There is nothing. I'm not the same. I'm not me. I'm not myself. I'm God's creature now. I live my life how I'm supposed to. I'm not doing all this unworthy stuff out here in this world that's not going to accomplish me nothing or not going to get me in heaven. And, like a lot of people, I just don't stop not going around a lot of people. I don't like them. I'm not saying I dislike them. I'm not saying that I stopped talking to them, but if I got to be able to get in that environment, then I have to let some stuff go. I don't care if it was my husband. I don't care what it was. I had to let it go. Anything that wasn't bringing positivity in my life, it had to go. And I'm sorry. I apologize. But hey, this is what I got to do to make sure that I get to my God. This is what I got to do to get to my God. you know, and how other people want to live their life, I can't help that. I still love them if they never talk to me no more. But this is my lifestyle now. I'm gonna always love them. But hey, I can't make you stop doing what you're doing. I can't make you do what I'm doing. But you know, I don't know. Who knows? But like I said, you got to know what you want. You got to know what you want to do. But I'm gonna tell you something. I want everlasting life. I don't want no hell. Because I'm gonna tell you, hell ain't never fire and brimstone. And like I said one before, them brimstones, they don't burn out. That's why I said people that got fireplaces, if they want to keep a fire burning, you go and get you a brimstone. That thing will burn out, burn. Because it's a stone. It'll like get them little pockets of holes in them, but they will not burn out. That fire gonna fall out in them little crevices, and they gonna keep burning. Now I'm telling you, you can call me crazy, you can say I'm stupid, you can say I'm gone crazy, whatever you want to say. But you know, like I said, you know, I'm just only reading and you know, voicing my opinion on what God has gave me. He gave me this 2 days, maybe 3-4 days ago. But today is the day that he want me to do this video. You know, but all I gotta say is I'm talking about me. I'm getting myself together because I got somewhere to go and I got people to see. And I don't want to see nobody in hell burning forever from head to toe. And that's just the way it is. People don't believe nothing these days. Okay, I'm going to read Corinthians 2, chapter 12, verse 10. Instead of which King Rehoboam made shields of brass and committed them to the hands of the chief of the guard that kept the entrance of the king's house. Now, this right here is dealing with being strong. Now, here this king is. He done made brass steel shields, and gave them to the chief of the guard that kept the entrance of his house. Now, here he is, done made these guards some shields made of brass. So basically, he telling them, no matter what come your way or however, don't you let them pass you. Don't let them get in this gate. Because I have equipped you with everything you need to make sure that it don't happen. And God is like that. He equipped us with things that we need to survive in this world against Satan and against evil people, wicked people, witches, and everything else. And yes, you do have them, and you have them in church, all of that. Because you have some people that don't say that they Christians, don't say that they Pentecost or whatever. They say they are church witches. They have the little, what you call them, little crystal things and all that. They have all that. But the Bible speaks about witches, the wicked, and evildoers. And he speaks about that. So you got to be able to pay attention to what your Holy Spirit is saying to you. If you have a feeling in your gut that something ain't right, something ain't right. And then you got your Holy Spirit to reassure you that something ain't right. But like I said, I don't know why God didn't let me open that door. I don't know why. But he ain't told me yet, but he gonna tell me. But he already done told me this lady at my door. He said she came. She came here for no good reason. But he said she came here to try to hurt you in some kind of way. But God said, I protected you by not letting you open that door. He said she came here for no good reason. And he said, you have to watch your surroundings. He said, you pay attention. You pay attention who around you. You pay attention who you talking to. He said, you notice every detail. He said, you don't miss nothing. He said, I don't care. You pay attention. Because I have equipped you with everything you need to observe this, to conquer this, to notice this. He has supplied me with all the shields I need. That's why he tells you in the Bible, put on your shield of armor. Because he said you're going to have things come your way when you believe in him, when you worship him, when you praise him. You're going to have things come your way. You're going to have arrows thrown at you. You're going to have darts thrown at you. But he said it's Satan's work. He said it's not the person. He said it's the person in flesh working in Satan's kingdom. But he said you don't let Satan have power over you, because I have given you everything you need to fight Satan. But he said I know you get weak. He said I know you get weary. But he said that's when I step in. He said that's when I step in. And that's why you have to stay prayed up. You have to distance yourself from people. You can't let nobody mistreat you. If that person is wrong, you got the right to distance yourself from that person and not mess with that person again. If that person is not nice to you, you can walk away and never talk to them again. The choices that you make is yours. You can either do the work of good or you can do the work of evil. It's totally up to you as a person. And I'm going to tell you something. When you doing anything in the flesh, it's evil. It's bad. It's not good. It's iniquity. It's not good. And God speaks about iniquity. He hates iniquity. You can't go out and think you go around the corner and talk about somebody or do something wrong, then don't nobody know. Because time you leave off around the environment, guess what? Everything you just said is out in the broad. Not everybody know. So you can't hide nothing. You can't hide nothing. You might well be up front and everything about everything. Ain't no use playing no games. Because when God chastises his people, he chastises them. He don't play with them. He whoop them with many stripes. And them that know, they gonna get more stripes than the one that had no knowledge of what's going on, what needs to be done, what has to be done, what's supposed to be done. When you know better, you do better. You don't stay in the same situation what you know you got to get out of, and then you got to go and Ask somebody for advice. Same way you go in, you go out. Same way you take them apart, you put it back together. That's simple as that. There's no way around it. No way around it. But a lot of people don't have that common sense. But like I said, everybody, when God created man in image, he created everybody with 5 senses. Your nose to smell, your eyes to see, your ears to hear, your mouth to speak, your hands to touch. And everybody should learn that in what? Head Start. Well, now they start them off at daycare now, but I started at Head Start. Head, shoulder, knees, and toes. Don't make sense. These grown people acting like they're just gone crazy. It don't make sense. People gonna have to grow up. The Bible doesn't tell you when you become grown, you put childish things away. You let children be children, and adults be adults. He don't care if you man or woman. And then when a girl and a boy get a certain age, hey, they practically grown too. And that's an age where they should know what to do without the parents guiding them or telling them don't do this and don't do that. If you got a child that's 18 and over and you started telling them don't do this and don't do that, a problem is somewhere. A problem is somewhere. A problem is somewhere. I mean, hey, it is what it is. It don't make sense. Okay, I'm gonna read Ecclesiastes chapter 9, 15 and 16. Okay, and it reads, now there was found in it a poor wise man, and he by his wisdom delivered the city, yet no man remembered that same poor man. Then said I, wisdom is better than strength. Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard. Now, I have heard people say mean things about people that they see with a backpack, dirty coat on, dirty clothes, dirty tore up shoes, just looking tore up. And they sitting up here giving them wisdom words. They turn around and say, I don't want to hear what he got to say. He ain't got no place to stay. He got on dirty clothes. He's stinking. His hair all matted up. His hair is needs to be combed and stuff like that. God tells you, beware of an angel, because beware of an angel, because you might be entertaining a stranger. Like I said, most people I know, them people came around me and I didn't know them from A to Z. How they know me, I don't know. Or they might have just been friendly. I don't know. A lot of people know me. I don't know them. But, you have to not think negative of people. I don't care what a person look like, how they talk, how they sound. You can take the loudest mild person it is, but that's the nicest and meekness and calmest person you can ever want to talk to or be around. You got to get to know people. I know that first impression is what a person going to think of you the rest of your life, or every time they see you. That's just what man want to do. That's just theory. That is not what God meant. That is not what God meant. But a lot of people take things and they turn it around and make it negative. If you want to be positive, you want to do positive things, you got to be in a positive environment. If I know that I want to be Christian, I got to keep me a Christian environment. And the way I do that, I go out, I meet people, I treat people right. I try not to treat people like they treat me, but sometimes, you know, hey, I'm a work in process. So, hey, things happen. But then, when I get through, I got to go to my God and ask God for forgiveness, because that ain't what I meant to do. But I did it because I was in the flesh, because somebody did this to me, so I'm going to retaliate. And so, like I said, I'm a work in progress right now. I'm just like, hey, I'm just like a infant right now. And this is the process I got to learn all over again. Because, hey, I've been out of church. Well, I was out of church about 20, 30 years. And now that I done got back up in it, and now it's just like I'm getting, you know, reacquainted with the Bible and stuff, and learn a lot of stuff. But, yeah, I have my falls. I ain't going to sit up and say I'm perfect. And I know the devil going to send people my way, because he know that I'm in a process hoping that I turn that, I hope she get back to the way she was. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to yield to the devil. I'm not going to yield to what he want me to do. I got to keep going, because I know what God done told me where he want me to go, so I got to get there. I can't worry about Satan. If I get off that path God got me going, I don't know what Satan going to take me. I don't know what he going to take me, but I know it ain't going to be nowhere good. So that's why I say, you have to be mindful of the things you say, of the people that you be around, because you never know who. So, you know, like I said, you know, this man here, he poor, but he's a wise man. He's doing everything God told him to do. He's following God's orders, commands, and all that. And nobody don't remember him. But if he was out there selling drugs on the corner, drinking with his groups and having fun, oh, you remember so-and-so did this and did that? Oh, yeah. But now this man is speaking the word of God, and because he's not doing what they doing, they don't want to hear. They don't want to pay attention to him. They don't want to recognize him. And then it goes on to say that wisdom is better than strength. I speak of wisdom because a lady told me, she said it's better to have wisdom, because she said if you have wisdom, then you know how to do things, how to go about it, you know, and stuff like that. You know, and here this man is. This man, whatever he said, just blew in the wind. Ain't nobody heard nothing. But here this man is telling them what they need to hear, what they need to do. But ain't nobody heard nothing he said. Everybody just, the man over here speaking, saying what God is telling him to say to these people, and they over here on the other side got their groups over here. They just talking, ignoring the man just talking. But you have people like that in this world today. If you tell them something right, they gonna tell you wrong. They will argue you down. They don't care if it's in the Bible. They don't care if it's however. They will not listen. They want to go their own ways. But time something happens, they want to pray, and they want to pray out to, and they want to cry out to God. But sometimes God will put you in a situation where you have to go back and you have to rethink what someone has said to you, if it's righteous. Because I have had people say it to me not knowing that it's going to happen in my life. But a lady told me, she said, you know what? She said, you single right now. But she said, let me tell you something about a man. She said, when you get a man, whether it's your husband, your boyfriend, or whatever, don't you argue with nobody about that man. She said, you let whatever that man want, you let that man go. She said, because if that man want to be with you, he will be with you. If he want to be with whoever he want to be with out in the street, he going to be with whoever he want to be with out in the street. But she said, you keep yourself straight. You don't have to go out there and do what he do. Because she said, a man going to be a man. And she said, can't no woman beat no man. She said, I don't care how you do it, what you say, or how you say it. She said, if that man want a woman, that man going to be persistent and he going to keep on and he going to be after that woman. But she said, you let that man go. And she said, when you let him go, don't you worry about what he doing and who he with and what he doing it for and how he doing it. But she said, let him know that you let it go. That's why I said people don't understand. You have to take and learn from the wise. Because if you don't learn from the wise, you're going to be dumb. You're going to be a fool. You're going to be a drinker. You're going to be a harlot. You're going to be all those things because you don't know. If you don't know how to do something, you can't do it. But if you study and you know, then you don't do it. That's why I'm saying I done stopped doing a lot of things. And then all this wisdom that people done gave me throughout the years, I'm all taking it in now because everything they said is happening right now in my life. Everything. Ain't nothing changed. Everything. Everything. So here I am remembering all this stuff, and I'm actually living this stuff that I was told from the wise. So God was showing me my life before it even happened. That's why I said things happen to me I don't even understand. But now everything is piecing together. Everything is piecing together. Because I used to, why God, why? But everything is piecing together now. Everything is making sense. Everything is making sense. So if you got somebody wise in your life and they speaking to you and they telling you, you need to listen pronto. Because if they're one of God's wise men and women. You have to listen to them. I don't care if they have matter. I don't care if they have need washing. I don't care if they have need permit. I don't care if they homeless. You need to sit there and you need to listen to what they got to say. Because God simply tell you, beware of the strangers that you entertain, because you might be entertaining an angel. And all these people talking to me, and I don't even know these people. I ain't never seen those people in my life, but after that day, I didn't see them no more. I didn't see them no more. And I've been puzzled all these years I've been puzzled. But God is giving me my answer. He's just not giving me my answer. He's literally showing me. This is what I was talking about. This is what I was fussing about. This is why I love you. I didn't want this to happen to you. Because when people living in the flesh, they do what they want to do. They don't want to do what God said do. They don't want to do what God wants them to do. And that ain't good. Because when God wants your attention, he going to get you. He going to get your attention. And I see right now, I've been ignoring his attention all this time. It might have took that right to get me to where he want me to be. Like I said, I don't know. All I know, my mind has changed. I have a new way of doing things. I'm not the same person. I don't know. Because like I said, all that thick white look like clouds cover my eyes. I don't know what I seen. I couldn't see nothing. I don't know what was there. So all I know, God has been with me. He has shown me different things. But he'll never take his hand off you. But he will let you stray. And he ain't going to find you. You going to find him. Because he done told you. You stay in this herd, in this flock. This is your home. This is your where you roam at. If you go over the hill and supposed to be under the hill, I'm not gonna find you. You're gonna find your way back. And that's basically what he's telling everybody. You have to be able to hear him and understand him. It might take years for him to get your attention or for you to understand him. You got to beware of a stranger. You might be entertaining an angel. That's all I got to say. I meet people talk to me. I don't know who people are. I don't know their job description. I don't know where they work. I don't know nothing about them. I just see people that day, that night, or whatever. We talk, and I don't see them no more. It's just like they vanish out of air. Vanish into thin air. I try to look up their name on social media, and I can't find nothing. So that's why I said my mind I'm different. And I know people probably say, oh, it's something different about her. Yeah, it is. I'm tell you something. You have to go through stuff to learn. You have to go through a situation to be able to pay attention. But then, I didn't understand what God was telling me because I wasn't paying attention. But he said, now that I done gave you a second chance, I want you to get it right. And he said, don't you worry about nothing else. He said, I want you to go back and get it right. And everything I prayed about, I see it all coming together. I see it all coming together. Everything is working out for my good. A lot of people might see things happening to me as bad. I see it as good. Because when the Lord don't want you in a situation, you won't be there. When the Lord don't want you in a relationship, you won't be there. That's why I say I can't get mad at God for giving me my answer. He done gave me my answer, so I got to act on it. I can't keep worrying him if I'm going to stay in that same situation. I can't keep worrying him. When you know better, you do better. Don't go back to nothing. Not a thing. But you can't make people believe that nowadays. Everybody want to do what they want to do. Everybody. Everybody want to do what they want to do. They don't want to do what God wants them to do. They want to do what they want to do. And then what they want to do don't work out, and then they want to cry out to God. And then God ain't gonna do nothing but open his hand, open up his arms, and welcome you back up in there. Cause he know you done strayed away. You ain't got no business straying away. He ain't gonna say come back here. Cause he know you gonna come back to him. Cause he know Satan gonna lead you and lead you and lead you. And then next thing you know, you out on a limb. Because Satan don't care what he leads you as long as you do what he wants you to do. But you got people that, hey, think the world of Satan and hate God. Satan ain't the way to go. Do right, to use your five senses that God created when he created man of image of man. He might say I'm crazy. I'm just on here just talking. Hey, I'm good. I'm just saying what God's telling me to say. Because it was left up to me. I could have just read all this, but hey, I did read it. Matter of fact. But God said, that's not good enough for me. God said, this is not good enough for me. He said, I don't only want you to read it. He said, I want you to spread my message. He said, I want you to spread my message. That's why I don't start putting these books and verses in my videos so people can go back, they can read them, and they can know them for themselves and know that I'm just not sitting up here just reading off a piece of paper or whatever. Even though I do memorize a lot of stuff, but I just want to, so everybody be on the same page. That way people won't say, oh, she just on there, they running her mouth, this and that, this and that, this and that. Because like I said, I don't get on here and make these videos unless the Lord said. When God tell me, then hey, that's what I do. Because I know once I do what he want me to do, then I'm going to be blessed. But he said, I can't do nothing in the flesh. Because he said the flesh will lead me down the wrong path. And I don't care who you is, what you doing, what you involved in. You can be a drug dealer. You can be a gang member. You can be whatever. You just got to go talk to God. If you don't want that life no more, you just go tell God, talk to him. I don't care if you, hey, God, this me, this boy, hey, you talk to him. He don't care. He don't care about you. Hey, this your boy or whatever. He don't care. He'll listen to you. But he already know what you need before you ask him. But if you don't come to him and pray and ask him for what you want and need, then he not going to bother. He just going to see is you going to come and pray to him and tell him what you need and what you want to do and what you don't want to do. And you got to be sincere. You can't go and pray and play and then think God won't know. He simply tell you, you don't supposed to worship no idol. He said he's a jealous God. That means you don't put nobody before him. You don't put nothing before him. He's first before anything. He's first before anything. But you have people sitting around playing. Nobody know the day and the hour that he gonna come. And when he come, and matter of fact, before he come, he gonna warn all. He gonna come and warn. He gonna send a message, and he gonna warn all his people to get out of the city. And if you stay there in that city, then you gonna get whatever God gonna do to that city. However, he gonna destroy it. People sitting around think everything a joke. Okay, I'm gonna read Romans chapter 2, verse 7. To them who by patient continuance in well doing seek for glory and honor and immortality, eternal life. Now he's sitting up here telling you, and this is talking about patience. When you pray to him about something, you have to wait. You have to have faith that God is going to deliver what you ask him for. If you don't have patience, you're going to have anxiety. You're going to have depression. You're going to be anxious. But you have to wait. You have to wait on God because he's not going to give you what you want right then. He's not going to give you what you want right then. He just going to see is you going to wait on him or you going to go over here and try to make this happen. Because 9 times out of 10, when you go over here and make try to make this happen or make it happen, it ain't going to be right. Because it's done the wrong way. But when God bless you, can't nobody take it away. Nobody. I don't care what they try to do. I don't care what they try to say. When God bless you with something, you going to receive it. You ain't going to be short. You ain't going to have more. It's going to be just enough. You're going to have enough to do what you want to do. And when God is pleasing with what you're doing, he'll bless you abundantly. He give you more than you can hold. And you know, sometimes when it happens, you know, you make enemies. You know, you people ain't gonna like you. People gonna become jealous, envy. Why this person always getting this? Why this person always getting that? Why I can't have it? Because that ain't what God wants you blessed with at the time. But like I say, everybody can get the same thing. Everybody do the same thing. Everybody blessed with the same gifts. But if you don't use them, he gonna take them and give them to somebody else. It might be your children. It might be your spouse, your whoever. But if you don't use your gifts, God's gonna take them from you. And he do give them to you. He do give them to you. And it's up to you to use it. He give everybody got the vision gift, discernment gift, all kinds of gifts. But if he see you ain't doing nothing with it, he'll take it from you. And he'll give it to somebody else. And then there you is envying whoever God done gave your gift to because they done developed a gift that you had. It's still there. You got to wake it up. You got to use it. You got to talk to it. You got to talk to it. But people sitting up there running their mouth on the wrong thing. You better do what God said do and leave Satan alone. Because Satan gonna lead you down a path where you ain't gonna want to be. And then when you see everybody else going up in heaven, and then hey, going through that gate, then hey, you gonna be looking crazy. You gonna want to go with the cousin, your auntie, and all that. But if you ain't did what you gotta do, that's your fault. You had the same opportunity everybody else had. But you chose to live in the flesh and do what you want to do because you didn't believe in everlasting life. So now you got to spend the rest of your life in hell, burning inside out from head to toe, every day, all day. No water, And what do water do? Puts out fire. So do you think Satan gonna have water in heaven? People better wake up. Satan ain't playing. Satan ain't playing at all. Satan on the road. Ecclesiastic chapter 3, verse 7. A time to rend and a time to sow, a time to keep silent and a time to speak. Now, this right here is about keeping. Now, it simply tells you here, a time to rend, a time to sow. Now, it's a time to plant something. It's a season to plant something, and it's a season to harvest the crops or whatever. But you got to know when. You can't pick it before time. You can't plant before time. Anybody that got a garden know that you got to plant greens at a certain time. You got to plant fruits at a certain time. You got to plant tomatoes at a certain time. You got to do all that in order for the seed to be successful and put on fruit and vegetables. So you got to be cautious and knowledgeable of when to have faith and when to go to God, when to pray. Because what you pray for, you going to receive. That's why I say you got to be careful what you pray for, because you just might receive it. So you got to be careful and mindful of what you go and talk to God about. Don't go pray to God about something that you at the moment mad and then get mad when it actually happens, because that's how God do. He know your wants and needs before you do. That's why he say it's a time to rend and it's a time to sow. But you got to know the difference between the two. That's why you got antonyms, synonyms. It's a time to do something. It's a time not to do something. Something means something, but it means another word. You got words that sound alike, but they have different meanings. So you got to analyze all that. Okay? And then it says it's a time to keep silence. Now, you don't have to be running your mouth just to be running your mouth. I have had people ask me, girl, why are you so quiet? I ain't got nothing to talk about. I don't want to talk about, sit up here and talk about nobody with y'all. I don't want to criticize nobody. Just like that job I had. I ain't finna talk about nobody. I don't know them people. So why I'm going to be over there talking about this and that person? All I know, I talk to them, I treat them nice. That's all I know to do. But you ain't going to sit up and tell me I don't need to be talking to that person because you mad at them. No, I don't do that. I don't work that way. If y'all got a problem, that's y'all problem. Don't involve me in y'all problem. That's why he said it's a time to keep silent. And it's a time to speak. And that's pretty much self-explanatory. If you don't want to be involved in something that's going on that ain't positive or righteous, you got the right to say, hey, I don't want to be involved in this. I don't want to do this. And then you got the right to make that decision of whatever you want to do. It ain't nothing, oh, so-and-so influenced me, told me, made me. No, you did on your own. You got 5 senses. You know right from wrong. Even a baby know right from wrong. Even a baby know. Even an infant know. So, hey, there's no sense of people thinking they can do people wrong and talk about people and speak crazy things over people's lives and evil stuff and all that witchcraft and all that, trying to hurt somebody, and you can't do that because God do not allow that to happen to his people. He do not. Because he simply tells you, do not touch his anointing and do not do his prophets no harm. And he mean that. When somebody messes with God's people, pray about it. Like I do. Thing go on, I pray about it. He might not give me my answer the next day or whenever I want it. But I get my answer. And when he get my answer, he literally shows it to me. He shows it to me. That's why I say it ain't nothing nobody can do to me or try to do to me or plan to hurt me, because God showed me before. God showed me before. And then I just be sitting looking. Just like I said, I don't know what that meant. God didn't let me open that door. But the only thing he let me did was watch that girl. That's the only thing he let me did, watch that girl. He wouldn't let me open that door for nothing in the world. And then as she was walking away, he spoke to me and he told me, he said, that girl, he said, she's here for something. He said, she's here for no reason, for no good reason. But he said, don't you say nothing. He said, I got this. He said, I got this. He said, because you obeyed me. He said, I got this. He said, I'm going to handle this. He said, the only thing I want you to do is keep being faithful to me and spread my message and pretty much, hey, I'm satisfied with you. I'm satisfied with you. And that's exactly what he told me. But like I said, you got to be able to hear God. You got to be able to pay attention to God. You got to know the difference between when God is speaking to you and when the devil's speaking to you. But if you don't know the difference, you're going to fall for the devil every time and his mess. Because that's exactly what it is, mess. He don't mean nobody no good. He don't care about me, you, the dog, the cat, the rat, the ant, or nothing. Nothing. That's why I said Satan ain't got no place in my house. Nowhere. Nowhere. I spot Satan a mile away. Satan ain't no good. That's why a lot of my videos, I don't stop even focusing on Satan, but sometimes the things that I read, that God puts on my mind, I can't help but to talk about it, because I see how he came into my life and tried to mold me into what he wanted me to be, how he wanted me to do things and say things and treat people. That's why I say, I got to stay prayed up. I got to stay prayed up. I got to keep my armor on. I got to keep my armor on. Because if I don't, Satan will wound me. Satan will wound me. And I know he don't like me. Satan ain't never liked me. Because he ain't never had no place in my life. And nobody in my life. But now because I'm around these evil spirits every day, I have to fight them. I have to fight them. I have to constantly pray. And they constantly keep coming back. They constantly keep coming back. They want me to stop praying. They want me to stop talking to God. They want me to stop living righteous. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't go back. God done brought me this far. I know he ain't gonna leave me. But I know with Satan, he'll take you so far and he'll leave you. And it's up to you to defend for yourself or not. It's up to you. He don't care what happened to you. All he wants is your soul. So that's something to think about. Satan got his heaven and God got his. Which one do you want to be in? Totally up to you. Everlasting peace or misery. Misery love company. All right, until the next video.